Hey there, welcome to Wake Me Up. I'm your host, Tyler, as always, and I want to start today with a little thought for you to ponder. And here it is. Life is unique in that we don't choose to be born, but we are given a life that we can control. My friend, we owe it to ourselves to give life our best effort, to live in our own unique way, and to not worry so much about how everyone else tells us to do it. Now, you might not be able to control everything in your life, but the things you can control are what make the difference. Some of the happiest people in the world often seem to be the less fortunate ones from the outside. So how are they so happy? Well, it's because they don't let their circumstances control their minds. They've chosen to define what fortunate means differently. That just goes to show, with the right mindset, you have the power to create whatever you want and be whoever you want. So today, we're going to be discussing this duty you owe to yourself to live authentically, to be truly you. And by the end of this episode, you'll be ready to take life by the reins and make the best of the hand you've been dealt. But before we dive in, just take one moment to pause. Take a deep breath in, filling all the way up. Hold at the top, and then exhale and release. And take just a few seconds to think about a quality, a personality trait, a skill, something about yourself that you really appreciate. Something that feels authentically yours. And whatever that is for you, say to yourself now, I'm so glad that's a part of me. Now take one more deep breath in, filling all the way up. Hold at the top, and then exhale and release. Just let the air fall back out. And if you're in bed, use this opportunity to roll over, make your way up, and get your morning started. It's the people who choose to pursue their own unique, authentic life. Those are the ones who are the happiest, the most fulfilled. So choose to be one of those people today. Get up and get your day started in your own way. And feel free to go about your morning routine, making your coffee, having a stretch, going for a walk, whatever it is that you like to do. And while you do that, I'm going to circle back to this idea about the duty we owe to ourselves. You may have heard the Sanskrit word Dharma before, and it's relevant in this discussion because it translates to right direction. But the deeper meaning of Dharma is related to following your life's purpose, your calling, the ripple effect that you're supposed to create. Ancient Hindu texts describe Dharma as an inner wisdom that governs the individual as well as the universe. To follow your Dharma, you simply need to follow your intuition as you move through life's ups and downs. And it's much easier to follow your intuition when your mind and body are aligned. And we can align ourselves in a lot of ways through meditation, breath work, intentional movement, creative expression, self-awareness practices. Any activity that connects you to a greater understanding of yourself. You see, when we're disconnected from ourselves, it's easier to get caught in those mental traps and spirals. We're all familiar, to some extent, with the anxiety that happens when we get too focused on the things we can't control, or we try to control too many things at once. It's much more beneficial to focus on what we can control and let go of the need for everything to be perfect. While I recognize that's a lot easier said than done, with practice, you will only get better and better at letting go of those negative thought patterns and leaning into the things that you can have an effect on. By prioritizing those activities, we train ourselves to gravitate towards them more often. And ultimately, that leads us to living a more purposeful life and a happier life because we're focused on the things that we can actually control. Now, some people are very clear on their life's purpose, but I'm willing to bet that most of us have a lot of exploring to do. And there's nothing wrong with not knowing. That's what makes life an exciting journey. We never really know what's in store for us. But there are a few steps we can take to help us get more clarity on our purpose. First off, develop deeper self-awareness through activities like the ones I mentioned before, like meditation, yoga, or your own preferred type of creativity. Second, identify your passions. Ask, what really lights me up or makes me feel like a kid again? Do more of that. And third, determine your unique skills and talents. What are you naturally really good at? What comes to you easily? Every single person on the planet has something unique to bring to the table. And that goes for you too. So lean into that. Take some time to reflect on these things and don't feel pressured to figure it all out right now. Our purpose often seems clouded in the moment, but perfectly clear in hindsight. So do what feels right to you in the moment and trust that it will make more sense afterwards. The only thing you owe to yourself is to give life your best shot. After all, your purpose doesn't have to be career-driven. Aspects of your purpose might come from being a loving and supportive friend or a really good karaoke singer. Who knows? Remember, there are no rules in life. It's just about what kinds of ripples you want to make in the world. So focus on the things that you enjoy and you can control, and everything else will fall into place. If you're putting forth your best effort and living in your own unique way, you don't need to do anything more. You didn't choose to be here. None of us did. But we are here now. No one else will inhabit your body or know the thoughts in your mind. So your life is unique and beautiful, and you deserve to live in a way that honors who you are at your core. You owe that to yourself. Remember, even though you can't control every single thing that happens, you can control a whole lot of stuff in your life. And luckily, the things that you can control are the things that dictate your happiness. You can control how many deep breaths you take today. You can control how much you move your body. You can control how you speak to people, how you speak to yourself, how often you express gratitude, how much time you spend worrying, and how much time you dedicate to the things and the people you love. You owe it to yourself to work on your mindset, to evolve how you speak, act, and think. Your duty to yourself is to be authentic, to not worry about what other people say or think, and to live your life to its fullest. So starting today, commit to being just 1% better to yourself. Whether that's using positive self-talk, managing your time more effectively, or simplifying your commitments. It may seem small, but that 1% today will rewire your brain so that tomorrow you can be 2% kinder, more organized, more aware. My friend, do whatever you need to do to remind yourself of this conversation. Write it on a Post-it note. Add it to your calendar or a reminder on your phone. Recruit a friend or two to help you stay consistent. You truly can be your absolute best. You can send ripples through the ocean of life that are uniquely yours and radiate on forever. This is the duty you owe to yourself, and you are more than capable of fulfilling it. Well, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks so much for tuning in. I hope you are as excited as I am to carry out this duty we owe to ourselves. In my humble opinion, this is truly the joy, the satisfaction, and the fulfillment to be found in life. I hope to talk to you soon, and until then, go out and have an absolutely fantastic day.